Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode on Mindcrack. How you doing? I hope that your day is wonderful. 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 I am over here by the arena build, and check this out, we have a new addition. What is this? Oh man. Oh gosh. Oh lord. I can't sleep. Kurt and good still on server pre-recording. Oh my gosh. Whoop. Mostly I want to get rid of the creepers now. Oh crap. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Stop it. And they're down. Oh my gosh. He dropped that sword? That's an ouch. This could be like a mini game in itself. Jeez. I just want to see what is this. Haste 2, amazing, wonderful. Oh my god, let's get out of here. I don't know why I didn't do that before. I wanted to like walk up to it. I don't know why I wanted to do that. That was the dumbest idea ever. Ever. So, I guess, what time is it? Oh man, it's early in the morning. So, I wanted to talk a little bit. I'm gonna have to take down this tree. Tree, you're coming down. What? Magic. I just want to get rid of that creeper. Okay. Oh my god. Oh, you know what? At some point during ABBA yesterday, I dropped my shovel. At some point. I don't know when it happened. Get the heck down there. Gosh darn it. I didn't finish my hole here. And I'm watching you. I was gonna see if I could just keep this villager zombie around. What? Another? Are you in the... Okay. Okay, one second. Ow. What? Stop shooting my villager. Get out of here. Okay, I'm still trying to rouse this villager. Come on. Oh, come on. Dang it. Dang it. Oh, no. This is not what I wanted. Get in the frickin' hole. Why can't I punch you? What is this? The gold... Why are all these people in gold armor? Oh my gosh. I'm giving up. I'm giving up. I'm giving up. I'm giving up. I'm gonna give you... Oh my gosh, and it's raining. I'm gonna give you one more chance to fall into this hole. Okay. Fall in. And then get out. Oh my gosh. Here's what we're actually gonna do. Eat some food. He will fall in the hole with me. And I will teleport out. And there we freaking go. He has a block of dirt, so I don't think he is going to move anywhere. There we go. We have one villager zombie. It's kind of nice. If they pick up anything, I think that they won't despawn. So, wow, that took a long time. That took like basically the whole night. I wanted to talk a little bit about working in groups. I haven't had the opportunity to work with a group like Mindcrack really a lot before. But I have spent a lot of time sort of looking at very complex systems and trying to wrap my head around what makes complex systems work. It's just like that's just like a hobby of mine. Oh my gosh. is how, you know, just humans like to fix problems. We don't like to live with problems for very long. I don't like this as much. I want to move this out. I also want that haste. That haste. There we go. A good example of this is one of the reasons why I'm almost always optimistic for the future. Is you have two rooms. This is just a thought experiment that I'm explaining. You have two rooms. One has 3 wolves and 5 chickens. The other room has 3 humans and 5 chickens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Both of these rooms have predator and prey, right? This is all that, you know, assume that this is all that's in the room and that people will be able to sleep and have a good time. I don't know. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ouch. Eight, and I think it was 9. 2, yeah, 2. We've downgraded to leather armor. So each room has predator and prey, the humans and the wolves. But then if you speed up time, or say come back in a year, what will you see in each room? Well, in the room with the wolves will have killed the chickens pretty quickly. And over the course of a year, they themselves will most likely also be dead because they won't have anything to eat. But in the room with the humans, what will you have? Well, you'll probably have maybe an extra human and also a heck of a lot more chickens. Humans have the ability to look at a situation. It's crazy. In that scenario, the room with the humans most likely is a room of abundance. The humans learned that the chickens create eggs and that they're more valuable alive than dead. And maybe they could kill one and get away with it. But if they let the chickens raise their eggs, they'd have a lot more chickens. You probably have an extra human and then like 100 chickens. And that, to me, is part of one of the reasons that I'm optimistic for the future. Is I think humans have the ability to figure out how to solve big and complex problems. But not always. And what I mean by big and complex problems is actually more like problems that threaten our survival, not really humongous and complex problems. Because complex systems, for some reason, tend to not be able to be grasped by most people. Very complex systems and you can see this whenever there is something like, I don't know, the trout in such and such pond is taking over, so they introduce a different type of animal to get rid of the trout, and then that screws up everything. Or like the wolves of Yellowstone have caused, water to divert. It's like people just didn't anticipate this. It's nice having Silk Touch again, I gotta say. I thought I didn't want it, but I do. I like Silk Touch. Not my pick. I had to enchant it just for the Abba the other day. So we like to solve problems as humans. And in groups, it becomes even worse because whenever you're talking to a person, there's a lot going on. I remember in speech class, my teacher said that you're not just having one conversation. You're having like 7. Because, or like, you're not thinking about just one interaction. I forget. There's like 7 layers to a normal conversation. There's what you're saying, what you as a person, like what I say to Good, what I assume Good is interpreting what I say to him, what I assume Good assumes by what I think that he's thinking of me. And I forget if there's one more level past that. But basically, your brain is constantly trying to think of, well, what is he going to think about this? Now that he knows, like, if I believe that, which I do, what does... I'm going to pull up all of this, by the way. If that's true, what does, now that I think that he thinks this, what is his assumption of me knowing that? What is, it just gets super layered. So a normal conversation can become incredibly detailed and difficult to understand as a super complex issue. And I remember, I think it was in the book Tipping Point by Malcolm Gladwell, he said above 7 people, like in a group higher than 7 people, your brain just can't keep up. It can only keep up with like 200 threads of this sort of complex information. Oh, the haste went away. Oh man, I want that beacon closer. The haste is amazing. Do I have it yet? Oh, I got it. Okay. Let's wait till it resets and then... I don't think I'm gonna have haste for very long. Oh. Longer than I thought I would. That's wonderful. Whenever we get in a large group like Mindcrack, there's some phantom block here. There it is. When, like, this group has 30 people in it, it's really hard to understand the interactions, to actually understand the interactions on a very human level when you get a group this big and this complicated. And so things will happen where someone will say something or do something, and they're not thinking about all of these interactions. With a group of 30 people, you can't keep that in your head. That's one of the reasons I think you see people in like a group like this playing together more often than with everyone else. That's why you get something like, Gob or Team Nancy Drew or whatever, B-Team, is because the human brain can barely keep up. And it wants a smaller group of people. The hard part is when people, take that and assume a lot about someone. Oh, I don't have that. I wanted a shovel. I wonder if I have dirt. I don't think I do. I don't think I have any dirt. Might have to go home and make a shovel. Is through these complex systems, slights happen, people feel betrayed. And even though if you were to talk with the person, if you were to communicate with the person who you thought betrayed you, you would be able to see that that didn't really happen. I know for a fact, every single person who I have talked to on Mindcrack has been an amazing individual. They wouldn't be, basically, if they weren't kind and caring and nice, they wouldn't be on Mindcrack. I just don't think that we would have accepted them into the group. But members think that other members, I don't know, it's just like, if members think other members slighted them, it's most likely because the group's so big. It's a complicated system of egos. I don't even know if the, I mean, there's a book that I've been reading, Getting to Yes with Yourself. And it sounds super sappy, I know. But the idea of the book is, there's a first book called Getting to Yes, which was about negotiating. And amazing book about negotiation. And he wrote this book, Getting to Yes with Yourself, years and years later. Basically, the point was you can't really get to yes with others unless if you really... Oh, efficiency 4. Okay, let's... Oh, man, there ain't no way. Ain't no way I'm going to have enough levels to do that. Dang it. Dang it. I could go to the end and all that, but that's far, far away. The closest thing is the skeleton grinder for me to get some sort of efficiency. We'll just use this as a shovel for now. Anyway, in the book, one of the big things he says is it's really hard to negotiate with others if you yourself don't know where you stand. And a big part of that is figuring out your goals. And I don't know, I just think that a lot of times people need to reevaluate what their goals are in order to have a better life. Let's say you're in an argument over who gets the nicest piece of the pie. One half has whipped cream and the other half doesn't. Right? I could argue all day long about why I deserve that nice piece of pie. But in the end, is that really what my goal is? Is my goal really to have a nice piece of pie? Because what if my goal is actually different? What if it's to diet? What if I want to be on a diet? And this pie is here, but I'm gonna now argue about how much I want this piece of pie because I deserve it more than you. Well, that wasn't my goal in the first place at all. Let's say there's some cool project on Mindcrack. Should I argue over who gets to do that? No. My goal is to create compelling content. Let's say Arcus comes over here and just starts building on this, and he finishes it in a day. Would I probably be surprised? Yeah. I'd be really surprised. But should I let it affect me? No, that's not my goal. My goal is to entertain people and to communicate and do videos like this. And if this project goes away, my goal isn't hurt. I am a creative person and I can figure out how to make it different. Maybe now it's time for me to make another one of these right next to his, make it a competition, who can make the better one. I mean, there's so many options. You have so many options as a human. Your brain is constantly thinking of new options. Anyway, that is my discussion about complex systems, humans, and groups, and goals for yourself. Figuring out your best alternative to a situation. Hi. Hope you like your little viewport here. Oh, get out of here, seeds. Get out of here, rotten flesh. Nobody wants you. Thanks so much for watching this episode on Mindcrack. We made a little entrance area, talked a whole bunch, and captured a villager zombie. I'm just gonna leave him there for a little while. I don't know what to do with him yet. Thanks so much, and I will see you on another episode on Mindcrack. Bye!